I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem Rekakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who will well. Peace, salutation, and blessings to the elect. This is going to be a in the news, okay? And we'll jump right into it. Got, several articles, to go into. And, we'll get some scriptures and get out of here. From shcfplan.com, UK confirmed a bird flu outbreak as the BF panic in the United States is continuing to cool off. And this no medical advice or information will be used in this video, just a disclaimer. It says, as the BF panic in the United States is continuing to cool off, the United Kingdom has confirmed an OB of the, you see it, in southwestern England. The UK ruling confirmed the BF OB on Sunday at a poultry premise. According to a report by Reuters, a 3-kilometer protection zone and 10-kilometer surveillance zone has been declared around the premises near Exminster in Devon, the government said, adding that all poultry on the premises will be humanely cold. Okay. It says, even though BF is not trending in the news cycle in the U.S. anymore, some media outlets still say that the 7 human cases highlight how much there is still unknown about the V. Okay. And we'll get this next one. Okay. It says Canada and India report bird flu OBs. Okay. So it says India and Canada have both reported out OBs of the BF in animals. And India says that 2 storks died at a zoo after contracting the V, while Canada approved a cull of 400 ostriches to prevent the spread of the highly pathogenic AV or AI. I'm sorry. It says India has also sent a sample from another dead captive bird for testing as authorities implement BS measures and intensive surveillance to prevent the spread of the V to other animals and humans, according to the Times of India. And I believe India is ranked like the worst, or one of the worst countries for uncleanliness. Those so-called East Indians, which are Elamites, okay, according to the scriptures, man, you see, are filthy as hell, man. You see the videos of them with, the street food, putting their hands in it, dirty ass feet by the bowls, food, bowls on the ground while they making your food. So those are unclean people, man, just to add that in there. Okay. But this is something to keep a lookout for, the BF. Okay. It's been in the media, and I did have this from ChatGPT. We'll get this from ChatGPT, and then we'll go here to the scriptures. So ChatGPT says, let's see. Okay, ChatGPT. Just like you, I got a brain freeze. But let's see. I had it pulled up here. I typed in, how deadly can the BF get? Okay. It says BF can be extremely deadly when it spreads to humans. Okay. But the key is that human eyes are still very rare. Okay. It says, here's the breakdown. Fatality rate in humans, roughly 50 to 60% of confirmed cases since 2003, according to the WHO. Okay. Which we know they're a corrupt organization, man. All of these organizations, this whole government is corrupt, man. And this world is ran by corrupt individuals, which are Edomites. Okay. Which Edomites are the so-called white people, man. Okay. They are biblically identified as Edom. Okay. And the Edomites have a lot of judgment written for them in the scriptures that's coming. Okay. But it says, what makes experts nervous? If the changes to spread easily between humans, like seasonal F does, its high fatality rate would make it catastrophic. You see, so it's something. Hey, the BF is something, that could hit. You know, but we know that um, uh, you know, judgment like V's are gonna come in these last days, man. Okay, this is Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. You're seeing war talks. World War III is here. World War III is here. We're living in World War III, man. And the culmination of it is going to be the ICBM missiles. Okay. Shot in the War of Armageddon, World War III. Okay. It says, and there shall be famines, and you see, wars and rumors of wars going on right now, man. And it's just going to increase. Okay. You just had they say the biggest military parade. Okay. In history, held, but in I guess in these countries' history, I can't remember exactly the wording, but between what was it, China, Russia, and I believe Beijing. I know it was China and Russia though. Matter of fact, we just do a quick search. Quick search. Says China recently hosted a massive military parade in Beijing on September 3rd, 2025 to mark the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. Okay. So it's China, Russia, and North Korea appeared publicly together. Slovakia. But yeah, man. And World War III is here. And so they celebrating the end of World War II. World War III is here. And this is the war to end all wars, man. Because when the so-called, when the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are set back into power, okay, nation shall not lift up. It's not gonna be no more war, man. Okay, it's gonna be peace to the Israelites and an ass kicking to you heathen, man. Anybody that's not of the nation of Israel, whose lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those that may look like the heathen nations, but their spirit goes and their lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay. So if this truth resonates with you, you could very well be an Israelite. Okay. Nevertheless, continuing on, Matthew 24:7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences. You see? Pestilences. Okay. Let's get that word pestilences. Strong's G3061, loimos, pestilence, a pestilent fellow, pest, plague. Says a plague, literally the disease, or figuratively a pest. And you're gonna have some. The Lord, the Lord, okay, is gonna judge with that pestilence. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Okay. And whether it's man-made, whether he uses Esau, okay, Edom, his which is his sword, okay, that's in the book of Psalms. Okay, hide me from the wicked, which is thy sword. Okay, the wicked, we know the scripture for that, Job 9:24 and Malachi 1:4. Okay, Or if the Lord just, sends the pestilence itself, the job will be done, man. Okay. Using the right or his left hand. Okay. But continuing on. And earthquakes in diverse places. Okay. And it's being reported that it's a high number of earthquakes, okay, that have recently happened. Okay. So these things, these prophecies are hitting, man. Okay. Continuing on, though, and didn't want to make this too long. Next article, it says Trump deploys Marines to LA riots as Newsom counters with lawsuit and hypocritical challenge. Okay. It says protesters clash with police, torch vehicles, and try storming federal detention centers in Los Angeles, forcing Trump to deploy Marines to reinforce the National Guard. Okay. So civil liberties are being taken away in the guise of immigration crackdown. Troops, Marines, the National Guard, you know, all these federal, groups, organizations, okay, they are being staged, okay, for a siege, okay, on the United States of America, which is Babylon the Great in the Bible. You see, they're using immigration after they opened the borders and allowed all these people to just pour into here. Now it's a crackdown. We got to get them back out using draconian like measures. OK, which we know Draco was an Athenian, which a Grecian, which we know you Edomites, you Greeks, you Romans, y'all are Edomites, man. You see, and you had Draco, Athenian or Grecian lawgiver, okay, that, in draconian laws that, they say you get killed for just, the simplest of crimes, man. They'll put you to death for it. And we know that we believe through the spirit that Trump is a Nero in the reincarnation, man. Yes, reincarnation is biblical. And it's not the Hindu teaching. No, spirits come back as spirits and bodies, man. You see, continuing on, California Governor Gavin Newsom, that bozo, sued to block Trump's intervention, sparking debate over states, which, it says state sovereignty versus federal authority amid escalating chaos, which this is all political theater. Okay, the Democrats versus Republicans, they're all working in cahoots for the NWO agenda, the New World Order agenda, man. Okay, this is all smoke and mirrors. Okay, they're suing that nigga, man. Hey, they're all working in together. Okay, Gavin Newsom just ain't in the blind, man. No, he knows what's going on. Okay, and he knows the plan of the elites, the rich international banking families that rule the world. Okay, Job 9:24. It says LA's annual losses amounting to $23 billion highlight the financial toll of open border policies worsening the crisis as unrest spreads. Okay, and people are losing it. Okay, people have nothing to lose. Okay, you have agents and agent provocateurs, out there in the midst, just stirring up chaos because what do they want to bring? Martial law and Ordo ab KO. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much all we got to get from that. Just get another scripture. Jeremiah 18:22, let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. For they have digged a pit to take me and hid snares for my feet. Hey, and troops are going to be used in these end days to judge people. A lot of people, man. You could, jump up to verse 21. Therefore, deliver up their children to the famine and pour out their blood by the force of the sword, and let their wives be bereaved of their children and be widows, and let their men be put to death. Let their young men be slain by the sword in battle. You see? So troops, yeah, troops. These you're gonna have martial law troops, mercenary troops, okay, that are here in the streets of America, okay. Foreign troops that are not gonna have no regard for you, Babylonian, aka American citizens, man. You see, and it's gonna be a lot of sorrow and crying, man. Okay. Continuing on, we'll get this next article. Large companies are going bankrupt at the fastest pace that we have seen since the global financial crisis. Okay, and we'll just jump to the point, not to make this too long. According to Newsweek, 446 large companies filed for bankruptcy during the first 7 months of this year. That is the highest total that we have seen since 2010. And you have like household name companies that you've known since you were a child, man. Okay, going out of business. You see, like whew. It says, let's see, get some more. In 2010, we were experiencing the tail end of the global financial crisis. Okay. So there was a very good reason for why so many large companies were going bankrupt at that time. What reason do we have for what we are witnessing right now? And it's prophecy. It's because we're at the end of Esau's kingdom, man. Okay, so all this crap is gonna break down. Okay, and the elites, they want to break down. They want to break down so they can try to build back up. The quote unquote the phoenix rising out the ashes. Hell no. Y'all are gonna flee from the iron weapon, Job 20. And your America, Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed in by fire, okay? And you elites, okay, you're going to be gathered up, okay, and go into slavery, man. You see, for 1,000 years, and then you're gonna be extincted from the earth, man. Let's see. So personal and business bankruptcy filings rose 11.5% in the 12-month period ending. Okay. And hey, everybody is through. Okay, as this article, you can go into this article. People are lying about debt, trying to downplay, and then they got people trying to act like shit is this all good. Nothing's happening here. But hey, prophecy is gonna continue to smack you people in the face until everybody acknowledges, okay, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is doing, okay. So that's all from that. Like I said, you can go read this article. But we'll get this last one. EndTimesHeadlines.org. Digital ID cards may soon be mandatorily distributed to all of Britain. Okay. Every person in Britain could be forced to sign up for a digital ID card after Macron demanded action to tackle the scourge of illegal working. Okay, there's illegal migrants. You see, they're taking away your liberty or your rights. So called. Okay, for stupid ass reasons, for safety, as they want to say. You see. So it says Keir Starmer told the cabinet he would be exploring options around the concept as part of a wider package of reforms designed to make it harder for illegal migrants to live and work here. Crazy as hell, man. See, under one option, anyone applying for a new job will be required to produce their digital ID to demonstrate that they have the right to live and work in the UK. You see, and that kind of that will be another step closer to the MOTB, which is the RFID hip, which we're about to get, Lord willing. Okay. So right to live and work. You know, you can read more on that too, but a mandatory digital ID card. You see? And it's going to be that C-hip. We're about to get it. Let's get it. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, that charagma, in their right hand. Okay, and the mark, or the charagma, is the RFID C-hip. Okay. And you can, it's countless videos done by the apostles and elders on the C-hip. Okay. The camp, okay, that you listen to, follow Great Millstone. Verse, continuing on, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. This is a physical device, man. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. Okay, so you'll be outcast from society, killed, as it goes into in 15, either physically killed or just cut off from society. Okay, because all these businesses and all that are gonna require this. As you've seen a test run in doing the C-19, man. A couple years ago, people, jobs are being, people being fired from their jobs. Okay. You couldn't eat in restaurants without that job. It was so many different things you couldn't do without that job. Okay. So how much more the MOTB, okay, which is Esau's a way of trying to solidify himself as a God on the earth. Save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, the name of the beast. He wants to put his name on you. Okay, by penetrating you with that device, and he will have complete control of you with that device. He'll be able to control you, kill you, cut off your money. You see, so do not take that C-hip, man. And it's on its way. Okay, we know that before World War III culminates, okay, finishes, that C-hip has to be made mandatory, and we're in those times.